their decision on, but however they're aware of what public decisions are made on versus market maker decisions. And that's on that intraday level. But the risk parameter tells us one thing, that with that kind of news, on the next video, I've done the monthly, we still have room to go higher for a breakout. But sooner than not, we're going to make that top end. And when we get through the earnings season, which is not going to be this week, it'll be the following week, we've got a lot of time to get involved in this trade. So on any dips, we're buyers. And we had a good dip over here. When this thing dipped down to 275, that's when we were buying. Now the high was 294.50 from 275. That's almost a $20 move off of that weekly dip the prior week. Bam, they came right back in because everyone believes that Apple can do it. I'm not saying that they're a bad company. I'm not saying that they're the greatest one either. What I am saying is they've executed well, and what I'm going to warn the MMTs about is that buying over here at the bottom where we were buying was the place to be. At the double week action price, and when it cleared half of that bar up, that's where it triggered the buy signal in the SMF trading platform. And you had a great move. And there was a shakeout. It needed a shakeout. Because once it shook it out, they came right back and they were buying. And this is all standard stuff, MMTs. So basically, I'm going to pause the tape. Or basically, I'm going to show you your weekly platform versus a standard app. MMTs, this is your platform. It's a weekly platform, and it's on Apple Computer. And I can't get it all in the video, but the part that we want to know is that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks to the high, and basically in your platform, I'm going to populate your weekly data right here. Oh, for the new MMTs, watch how your gauges move as I'm populating the data. You see that? See how your gauges are moving? Because what we're doing is we're populating the historical data in the platform that your decisions are made on. One of the things that we're going to do is we're going to pull up the hood for the MMT. And the MMT needs to know that half of this weekly bar is 284.69. The inside bar right here is exactly 284.87. That's half of that weekly bar. And that's your support level, is at half of the weekly bar, just as it was here. And it's above it. This current bar, called this last week's bar, half of that bar is 286.14. That's half of the bar. And so basically that's going to be your shorter term support at 286.14. It's all mathematically coded. It's not a retail platform. I'm sorry. It's totally a different platform than the public has ever witnessed or seen in their entire life. And it's 100% accurate at the price. Each one of these lines are $4.50. I'm going to blow up the MMT. Here we go. And I'm only going to go to right there. Basically, when I blow this up in the platform, one thing I'm going to show you in the platform is where that move started mathematically right here. That's that top. There's that shakeout back then. But another big shakeout to the buy down here at 232. And when I cleared half of that weekly bar, and you're right here, let's make sure you have it all right here. When I cleared half of your weekly bar, that was the buy signal in your system. And it's never going to tell you wrong. Right now, I've given a support level at 286.14 as half of the previous week's bar at support. Yes, the equity has closed at 294.07, and the previous close was 289.92. You had a slight gap up. It was a runaway gap to the high, and it was in a very good range. And the money supply was coming in on the equity. There was going to be no pullback because everyone was buying the dip. Now let's go back to your weekly platform, MMTs. We're going to do a call and put strategy for November. This is about as bullish as one could get. What happens at tops in your platform is if this brain here, this weekly brain here, and your weekly trend ratio, I didn't say 3-minute or daily, I said your weekly ratios, will have to keep moving because that's the pricing mechanism in here. So let's take a look at where some of the upside is in that trade. Let's pull this down and let's take a look at where we're at. I say that a good gap and a good run up to the next resistance level is about right here in the platform. 311. Let's get it all correct because you're going to witness it. That's 311 up there. That's 306.80 there. That's 302 right there. And the shorter term one is 297.80 based on 1164s in the actual brain. That's that week. That's automatically calculated these prices before Monday even gets here. So we're taking a look at where we currently are. One delta is $4.50 to the upside. And these are the pricing controls to the upside that's already calculated where it goes automatically for you. And we'll be right. This will be right. My thinking can always be wrong, but this is never wrong. My thinking could be wrong because I could be persuaded by some hype news, but this is never wrong. And this is never wrong. And the price action isn't wrong. So there's a lot of upside in your platform. I can see where 320 is up here, 316, 311, 307, and I can see how far it has to move. Price to delta, it tells me how far it has to move to get to these prices from the current close. It tells you everything automatically. Oh, yeah, it does. So if I'm going to get to 307, that's $13.50 to that price, to that delta in your platform. Delta price targets, that's 3 deltas. A delta, and it changes every day, so don't try to reverse engineer it and go use it because you'll get killed. It's $4.50 for Monday. Each one of these lines are $4.50 on a weekly. They can happen, you could move 3 deltas in a day. So basically, we know where the upper end of the market is priced by looking at these columns in the brain. So we have a long ways to go up here on Apple, on the weekly. I mean, you can see where you could end up at in some of these columns based on its performance over time, particularly during an earnings play. So basically, what I'm going to tell the MMTs is that we're going to do a November 320 call up and out of the money, and we're going to do a November $260 put. And I will conclude this weekly video.